Hi, Ariza. I have always had a preference for Japanese girls like yourself, but god damn, you're a different breed. I went to Japan a year ago. I love the culture. Would you like to go on a date with me? I could pick you up and we could have a ramen date and maybe visit a sake bar afterwards. Forgive me if this is too much, but you are too kawaii. I'm Chinese Indonesian. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is I, your host, Mr. Sean, and today we're diving back into some Neckbeard cringe. I do hope that you enjoy it. For all of you who love the Neckbeard content on this channel, please do remember that when we hit 900 subscribers, I will release the song that I created called Looking for a Neckbeard. It is about how it's what neckbeards think the miladies feel about them, and it's a banger. It's gonna get stuck in your head, and you're gonna hate that it does, but you are going to enjoy it. I also have a follow-up song called We Are Neckbait that is about how the miladies really feel about their supreme gentle sirs. So, that is going to be for a future stretch goal, like a future milestone goal for the channel. But yeah, we're currently almost at 880 subscribers right now. So, once we hit 900, Looking for a Neckbeard will be posted free to everyone on the channel. So please do make sure to share the videos around, and let's get to 900. And for those of you who are unaware, neckbeards are those fedora-wearing, trench coat donning, studiers of the blade, connoisseurs of anime baboobas who think that they are super suave and just love going after the miladies, but in reality, they're super cringy and socially inept. Not all the Mountain Dew and Cheetos in the world couldn't make these guys appealing. And so today we're going to look at some posts and we're going to make fun of them. It is what it is, but let's get started. A picture moments after Kennedy was killed. Notice what his loving wife is doing and what the man is doing. That's a big difference between male and female instincts. Kind of a stretch here. The agent is trained specifically for moments like these. Why aren't women signing up to be agents? Think about it. I don't think women could even join the Secret Service back in the 60s, but hey, what do I know? Using guys for friends is just as psychologically damaging as using girls for sex. Sounds like a literal fedora with arms wrote this, but okay. And hey, if you like cursed images, here is that fedora. You're welcome. Asian girls. Definition. The best looking women on earth make great wives, great sex, usually not as slutty as white girls, can cook good food, and make white girls undesirable in comparison. I mean, I'm sure if you walk up to an Asian woman and tell her these things, she's gonna have no choice but to marry you, senpai. Why, I'm against racism. Racism is just a stupid way to divide ourselves and fight each other, when we should be focusing on our common enemy, females. I imagine a world where men of all races, nationalities, and religions put aside their differences and work together to remove the rights from females. I mean, bro, if you want to fight half the world's population, be my guest, but I won't be there for that. That sounds like a fight where nobody wins. Here we have a post of a young girl, and apparently she has posted over a photo of herself. My favorite animal is me whenever I feel ugly. Now, I find this to be kind of cringe, and I don't really know what it means, but let's look at the comments. I'm sure they're super respectful. I would tap that for sure. And apparently he was then informed that the girl's about 12, and this was his response to his own comment. Yeah, I know that now. Want me to go back in time and stop myself from having a completely normal hormonal reaction to a girl an adult probably would have impregnated with no pushback a mere 40 years ago? Again, here we have a response. Bro, she looks about 12. She looks youthful. Men are biologically programmed to be attracted to youth. Sorry if you don't like what nature intended. Your anime pick makes more sense now. Hell, I am not a predator, but that argument is dumb. The most attractive women have youthful features because youth equals femininity. Sorry you're a low testosterone true cell. Not being attracted to children doesn't mean my T is low.
Viewing feminine qualities as a childlike means you don't like feminine qualities, which means you're low T.
Sorry, I think I switched Neckbeard voice several times during that, but, yeah, no, these guys will use anything to justify their pedophilia. White, blonde-haired, blue-eyed singer/actress achieves any degree of mainstream success. Far-right incels? I mean, let's be honest, she doesn't have to be white or blonde hair or blue-eyed. The only thing not racist about those guys are their dicks. They love to talk about roasties, but I bet if a roastie came up and was like, here, put it in me, they'd be like, oh hell yeah. Because beggars actually can be choosers when nobody's offering.
I don't give a shit what anyone says. Sex with younger and less experienced girls is always better. The problem with women who have been with lots of men is that they're far more prone to saying mean things about your dick and how bad you are at sex.
Aw, does your pee-pee get soft when anybody makes any comment other than it's huge and big and better than anyone else's? And are you unwilling to try and be better at sex? You know, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to give you some pointers. I mean, women know what's gonna get them to that place that you get real easily. And if you're not willing to take instruction, well, yeah, then the sex is gonna be bad, and they're probably gonna let you know, and they're probably not gonna want to have any more of it with you. But hey, be mad, I guess. And guys, this is what I've been saying, is that the problem with like neckbeards, incels, nice guys, the ones who want the virgins specifically, and if you're not a virgin, you're awful and you're a whore and all that, it's because they know that they're bad, that they have no real frame of mind how to please a woman, and that if a woman were to try and give them instruction, they would be unwilling to listen. So what they need is someone who doesn't know how bad it is because they have nothing to compare it to. That's this guy's only in and only way he's going to keep getting any, because he's not willing to be a gracious lover. I mean, you could call me a beta or a simp or whatever, but my first time was with, well, my now wife, and she was definitely more experienced than me, and I was like, what do I need to do? All right, like, I know how my body works. I'm gonna get off. This is, but what do I need to do to be better for you? Because it's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be enjoyable for both parties, guys. And if you're not willing to kind of take instruction and, in both ways, like both partners need to be like, hey, what can I do to make this better for you? But that's not where these people are coming from. They're going, I want someone who doesn't know any better, who's I'm going to be the only one they've ever had, and they're going to think I'm great because my ego can't take any type of criticism about my penis size or sexual performance. So I need someone who doesn't have the experience needed to know whether I'm bringing anything to the table. Don't be one of those guys. All right, guys, let's go into the political realm. I'm sure this will be respectful. J.D. Vance's wife is Indian, by the way.
She has more European physiognomy, though. Her bloodline is probably a mix of early Macedonian invasions.
So you're okay with your vice presidential candidate liking Indian women as long as he likes white Indian women. You were given a chance to be a decent human being and go, oh yeah, that's true. And you're like, no, she's actually technically white, so it's fine. Why don't you talk about her canthal tilt while you're at it? I don't think they still teach phrenology in schools. This guy must have had to be homeschooled on that. But we're not done with Mr. Vance yet. Apparently, being not racist and liking Indian women is not this man's only flaw to this community, but apparently he likes Jewish people too much. But it's okay, because as one incel Neckbeard has stated,
if he's a lolicon, I could forgive some of the Jewish stuff.
Mr. Vance, I'm not going to be political here, but if these are the kind of people that are claiming to be, members of your party, you should really look into your political ideologies and go, hey, are we the baddies? Not saying you have to switch sides, I'm just saying be the change you want to see. And if that's your constituency, maybe you don't have a duty to them. How much better do you think the world would be if every woman was as sexy as Marina Nagasawa? Marina is born in 1995, and if you follow her on social media, you can see that she is still as hot as ever despite her age. Really wish girls around me in IRL were as hot as her. She is absolutely the perfect woman in every way. What do you vote? Is it A. A lot better. I have good taste in girls. B. A bit better. She is sexy, but not my type. Or C. Not better. I'm an abominable feminist who hates sexy girls. Or a simp simping for feminists. Still hot despite her age? Bruh, she's only 25. Well, she'd actually be 29. Though I'm not entirely sure when this was originally posted. Women's beauty start to fade at 25. At that point and onward, you start to get gray hair and wrinkles unless you take care of yourself. Bro, it's 25, not 45. No 25-year-old gets gray hairs and wrinkles. Like your acting at 25 are now considered old people. Okay, maybe gray hair and wrinkles were a bit much, but girls do start to get unattractive around 25. Very few are still attractive at 30. This is obviously based on my own opinion. Do you also like them to be virgins so they don't insult your pee-pee and say that you're bad at the sex? Your opinion says a lot, bro. And here we have a thread on r/anime memes on lolly content crackdown. So Reddit admins are saying looting or implying of looting some fictional 2D paintings hurts real children. Am I the only one who thinks that, or does that really sound pretty stupid? It does, because it is. Reddit hosts actual extremists who have and will continue to hurt actual people, but those are fine, tacitly encouraged even. People who sexualize children are extremists. Comparing lolly lewds to child prawn is like comparing guro hentai to real-world snuff. Fiction is fiction, and reality is reality. Try not confusing the two. It is sexualizing a child regardless. My statement stands. I think the thing with these, like, is lolly bad, that people keep going, like, the people who are into it keep going, it's just a drawing. It's not hurting anyone. But the fact is that it is hurting someone. It's hurting your brain because you're filling it with garbage, and by allowing yourself to be sexually attracted to a fictional 2D drawing of a child, you're starting to justify the sentiment, the idea of it, and that can bleed into your real world life, and it can make it, even if you don't ever act on it, it is messing with your ability to form romantic relationships with people who are of a reasonable and legal age, because you're making yourself attracted only to, well, children. Because just because it's a drawing doesn't mean it doesn't say something about your actual sexual proclivities. I mean, I read manga, I read ecchi manga sometimes, and you know what? I love the big boobs. Well, guess what I love in real life? Did you say big boobs? Yeah, so there is there's some spillover from drawing to real life, and the drawings you're choosing to look at, well, enough said. In other news, the creator of Cartoon Network show Mighty Magiswords has been arrested for possession of child pornography. He looks exactly as you'd expect. Yep, he sure does. This one is titled A Legbeard's Response to a Neckbeard Take. If you're a woman and you don't want men to notice you in the gym, maybe wear more than just your underwear. Or men could just gouge their eyes out, as Jesus recommended. I'm not sure that's entirely a Legbeard take. I mean, a lot of these incels, neckbeards, they like to quote the Bible when they're saying that women need to be subservient to men. But Jesus also did say that if your eye offends you, pluck it out. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. I mean, Jesus said, take responsibility for your own behavior. And, you know, they love quoting the parts of the Bible that say men are great and should always be above women, but they don't like the parts that tell them to take accountability for their own action. Kind of like the church itself. I don't like to talk religion, but my opinion is I believe in some kind of higher power, so I will simply say that God, in quotation marks, however you want to view God, is great, but man is shit. And guess who runs the actual church? It ain't God. Here we have someone responding to an article. If I walk into a friend's house and see this on the table, I'm torching the whole place and moving to another town. And what could cause them to have this reaction, you might ask? Well, it's, according to Rusty Chroma, the Xbox Pride controller that goes so fucking hard. I mean, honestly, other than getting vertigo just by looking at it, that's a pretty lit controller. But, you do you. But I bet this same potential arsonist would get in line and fight his way through just to get that Xbox controller of Deadpool's ass. Because it's not gay when it's Deadpool, bro. And here we have an announcement from Brick Fair Lego Expo in Chantilly, July 1st, 2024. Bathe. Brick Fair exhibitors are required to shower. Guys, please bathe more than once or twice during your 5-day convention. We are 1,200 stagnant people crammed into an expo hall. Be considerate of others sitting around you. Shower regularly, even on vacation. Good advice, but it's not just LEGO conventions that thinks these guys are stinky. Here is an announcement from a local game shop. Dearest nerd friends, it's that time of year where I must make this announcement to inform you that while many think that the nerd space is too polite to call anyone out on smelling bad, unfortunately for you unhygienic, undeodorized, body odor emitting folks, I am not that polite. If you are rude enough to enter my store and play space and smell like balls, ass, sweaty armpits, etc., I will be rude enough to say something to you publicly. This includes smelling like weed or cigarettes or whatever crap you smoked in your car on the way here. This also includes Axe body spray bombs to cover up whatever smell you think you can hide from me. I mean, it's just common courtesy, guys. I guarantee that the things you say at these play spaces are offensive, so you might as well, if you're going to sound offensive, you might as well not smell offensive. That's all I'm saying. Nobody likes to enter a store and be able to smell the Magic the Gathering tournament in the back. I remember back in high school, I did this one time, consoling a girl who was sitting by herself, going through a breakup, and in the end she hugged me and said, "I always wanted a gay best friend." What the fuck? Never did that stupid shit again. Women think you are gay for being empathetic. Well, I think you're a neckbeardy incel for being a liar, because I doubt that ever happened. A girl going through an emotional time sitting by herself, the last thing she wants is some rando guy to come up and console her. Stop white knighting, give people their space. Which, to be fair, you did, because this never happened, so thank you for actually behaving. I just wish you wouldn't make up stories about it. Friendly reminder, if girls who like girls can control themselves around women in crop tops, shorts, etc., then maybe the clothes aren't the problem.
Girls don't got no stick that gets hard when shit gets hard.
When that shit gets hard, that's a you problem, not ours, and particularly not women's. Go find a quiet place and use both your hands to fix that problem on your own. None of us need to be part of your solution gathering. Thank you. No matter how we are dressed, no matter how we're talking to you, unless that person is consenting fully and freely, all of this hardness is your problem solely and completely. Also a response to that comment. So, y'all know how to handle that without assaulting women. The fuck? So? That it gets hard doesn't mean you need to act on it. And in response to all these very logical comments about, it's your hard dick is not women's problem to solve, this man replies,
"Sometimes it takes over."
"Oh yes, officer, I'm sorry, I didn't commit the crime, it was my dick. It's got a mind of its own, you know." Alright, and for those of you just listening, well, what's on the screen right now, there's a tagline that says, "Whoever made this umbrella is genius." And what we appear to be looking at here, it did take me a second to realize it, is if you hold this umbrella above your head and open it up, it looks like you are looking up, basically doing an upskirt of an anime girl in some kind of skirt, and you can see her thighs and panties and a bit of her knee socks. So, yeah, I mean, I guess if you, can't go out in public without, being able to sneak a creep shot of an anime girl, this is the umbrella for you, I guess. To me, this is more embarrassing than having the lewd stickers all over your car, because at least your car can have tinted windows. You're using this umbrella out in fucking public, showing your whole ass self off to be a creep. And here we have a variety mix pack of hard Mountain Dew soda with alcohol, and the question was posed, would this be considered neck beer? And I think it is. 100%, this is neck beer now. That is a 12-can variety pack of neck beer. You got traditional zero sugar neck beer, black cherry zero sugar neck beer, Baja Blast zero sugar neck beer, and watermelon zero sugar neck beer. Stay thirsty, my friends. And finally, we have a post that is the response to this post is, I want to force like 75% of male nerddom to watch this conversation. And you know what? I agree, and I do like to end these on some kind of educational or positive uplifting message, so here we go. You're going to go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a nerd. And I want you to know, from the bottom of my heart, that won't be true. It'll be because you're an asshole. That's right, people aren't always mean to you just because they're jealous or because you're a nerd. Sometimes people don't like you just because of you. Doesn't matter if you're a jock, a nerd, a chad, a normie, whatever. People, if you're fun to be around, people will want to be around you. But if you're an asshole, well, good luck with that. And that's it for the post today, guys. I do so hope you enjoyed them. Again, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe so that we can get to 900 subscribers and get that Neckbeard music video out. Also, we are still trying to get to our goal of 1,000 for this year, so that getting to 900 is a big step in the right direction for that. Also, please do consider heading on over to my eBay or Mercari and buying a miniature or collectible. We have quite a few for sale right now. Also, consider joining the Patreon or becoming a channel member. Until next time, everybody, I'm Mr. Sean, this is Chimera Miniatures, and I sincerely hope that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye!